I think the difficulty came from like the checkpoints are so fucking far away from each other.
It's the jump puzzles to me. Like the
Oh yeah, those were oh god.
yeah, I
Like
can't.
I had to cheat, and I'm not gonna read that thing again. Well, I might, but not right now.
Yeah, you're not gonna what?
I'm not gonna read that thing again.
What thing?
I mean, I'm though you cheated, and you didn't play Dark Souls 3.
Oh, I mean, you can. We did. Oh, hey, I'm tired because it's like almost 10 o'clock at night, and this is
Fair.
our third attempt recording this. But I am your host, Mr. BR Jules. Welcome to
Oh, is
ShovelWare
this
Podcast. Yeah, we're recording right now. Fuck it, I might as well go from here. I'll probably cut out everything from the beginning, but start from here. Welcome to ShovelWare Podcast. I am your host, Mr. BR Jones. Like I said, this is like our third time trying to record this. I'm the idiot and didn't record a second attempt at all. Just forgot to press the record button. I'm sorry. That guy over there. There we go. That guy over there. His name is Sid. Something. Say what's up, Sid. Something.
Hi, I'm Sid Gas, and I am coming to you live from Bobby's basement. He does not let me out. He doesn't.
Stop asking for help, dog. You're not. Stop it. This never happened. It's never going to happen. Just stop it. Just stop thinking. Stop with the hope. All right. You need to just get rid of that shit now. Forever alone, my basement, making me cookies. All right. Okay.
Oh yeah. How come you left that saw there?
Good luck. I'm just going to say good luck. But this is our ShovelWare Podcast, a video game centric podcast, sort of, where we just talk about whatever the hell we actually want to. We start off with one topic and then we just get sidetracked. All that. I don't even know what we're going to talk about now because the topics we want to talk about, we've literally talked about twice. So, like, I don't even know if we have the same passion to talk about what we're going to talk about. But we're going to make this shit happen. We here for about the next hour or so. So, yeah. Let's just go on this ride.
Did you I was gonna start with like a did you know, but I didn't.
Go ahead.
I didn't have one. I opened my mouth thinking something would come out, but yeah, so I guess like Nintendo canceled their direct that more than likely would have been a surprise one today. Probably because Best Buy fucked up and accidentally like
you started to talk about
details
this.
on it.
So what happened? I didn't even know there was a direct coming up.
Oh, well, like, there wasn't, but it probably would have been, like,
what do you mean?
For, like, you know, Persona 5 with, like, you know, in Smash and stuff. I
mean, so, like, why do you say it probably would have been today, though?
Because, the day the character starts in Persona 5 is, like, would have been, like, the 11th or something. And they probably delayed it because, Best Buy accidentally leaked the stuff that would have been in the direct more than likely, so they leaked the direct would have had some Metroid Prime information and a Switch port for Persona 5 called Persona S.
Yeah,
so I guess Royal is a different version or maybe a sequel.
I've been hearing
or
about this Persona S like for a while. Is that like Persona Switch or Persona Small? Or...
It's more than likely just a Persona port.
Okay.
Which is good because Persona 5 is like a 100-hour game, so I'd like to be able to pick that boy up.
Yeah, actually. I mean, I have Persona 5. I'm only like 20 hours in, but I'm tired. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I didn't just yawn just now. I didn't just yawn on camera. That wasn't me. I forgot what I was going to say.
I think you're going to talk about how like cool and handsome I am or something.
But you're so goddamn beautiful.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say. I can use the self-esteem boost.
You can use Steam boost?
No, I could use the self-esteem boost.
Hey, did you know you can? Fucking pay Facebook to advertise your shit? Facebook directly.
I only knew because I worked at it. Well, I still do, but I'm not going to in a few days. But I worked at a store where I managed their Facebook page, and I said, like, well, we could boost it, but also we're real cheap, so we're not going to do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. See, I didn't know that was a thing until I created a Facebook page the other day, and it was like, oh shit, I can just like pay.
Hey kids, did you know that we have a Facebook page for ShovelWare? Or well, for me, it's BR Jones. You should go follow that in the description, maybe.
Should I make that a show? All right, here's the thing I've been thinking about. Should I just change my name to ShovelWare? Like then
Um,
my channel name is Shovelware, and then like everything, it just kind of makes Shovelware a brand, and just kind of run from there. That way, it's not only focused on me; it's just like focus on Shovelware as a whole. That way, I can add different people to it and like kind of expand on the project that way.
have like the shovelware expanded universe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sort of. I mean, that's not what I was getting at, but yeah, kind of, sort of like that. You know, that way it's not all on me. Like it's still be my channel. I can still run it, but you know,
Like, hey man, you want to make a video for me? You don't do video game shit. I know you want to.
yeah, kind of. I mean,
Yeah, I mean maybe we'll think about it.
I don't know. I just something I was just thinking about.
I just don't want to discuss it in front of the kids.
Shit, you're right. We're not talking about bills.
Did you know that Disney finally showed us their little streaming thing? It looks all right.
What's up? No, I haven't been paying attention to Disney at all.
Oh yeah, so they did it well relative to recording earlier today, where you're hearing it probably yesterday or last week. So Disney Plus, it's gonna have like all sorts of shit, like all the Marvel stuff. Looks like Captain Marvel's just gonna be right there from the get go, from the screenshot they're showing us.
So is it free or I mean, no, it's not. It's a subscription. It's like it's their
yeah,
answer
like,
to Netflix, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so there's too many. There's way too many
It's too many
subscriptions.
goddamn. Yeah, like, listen, fellas, I already got a VRV. I got a Crunchyroll. I got an Amazon Prime for reasons that are not streaming, and I never use it streaming because it's fucking dog shit. I got a Netflix. There's too many. Now that they want me to have a Funimation and a Disney, I'm not gonna give CBS $10 for the Twilight Zone reboot that I've been begging for since I was literally 15.
Why? Why do you like the Twilight Zone so much? I mean, like, it's good, but like, why are you so adamant on like that shit coming back? So passionate.
I think it hit me at a time. It hit me at the same, like at the exact same time Kingdom Hearts 2 did. So I think it has a little bit more emotional punch for me because it would marathon on the Sci-Fi Channel when I was like in middle school or whatever over the summer. So when I would play Kingdom Hearts 3 or 2 until like 3 in the morning, I'd stop and see what's on TV, and then bam, Twilight Zone. And I think they kind of connected themselves to my heart.
That's fine. There's a couple of shows like what was that? What's that show? Law and Order. I just love Law and Order because every day after school I would get home from practice, and at the time I used to live in Emeryville, so go off from Skyline. I would get off of practice at like 6:00, catch the bus down to the BART, catch the BART to Emeryville, and then like go to like Burger King or something, grab me something to eat, and then they go home. And by the time I get home, Law and Order would just be on, and I would be too tired to change the TV, so I'll just be watching Law and Order till I pass out. And because of that, I like Law and Order. So
yeah, and I think like it also hit me when I was at like peak teenage gamer. Like that was when I was the most afraid of women and like the least, well, I won't say the least healthy because I am eating a lot of junk food, but next to right now, as an adult with disposable income, eating the most junk food, drinking the most Doritos and Dew because G4 told me so.
Don't blame G4.
Well, I was a young and well, I'm not blaming them, but I did do it because they told me to do it. It's not their fault. It's my fault for being a stupid kid.
Don't blame G4. You just like Cheetos and whatever. Blame.
I actually kind of don't as much now. I mean, I love Coca-Cola, but that's because I have a crippling addiction to it.
Really? I don't like any dark cola. Like yeah, like flavored, not flavored cola, but like colored cola, like ginger ale and like Mountain Dew, or I don't even like Mountain Dew. Like all like a transparent, so like Sprite and Sierra Mist. I like. That's about it. I don't really like soda. I used
to just hate soda. Then I started working in San Francisco and had to like desperately find something to keep me going past 2, so I started drinking Monster, and that has probably shaved off 58 years off my life, so I started tapering myself down to regular soda.
I used to like Monsters, but that was back when I was like a teenager, like 15, and like once I got to college I stopped drinking it. Rockstars became my substitution for a long time.
For Monster.
Yeah,
I'm getting off meth. Now we're on the heroin.
Yeah, no, it was more like I'm getting off meth. Now I'm on the coke. But I'd like, to be honest, energy drinks and like caffeine don't really do much for me. Coffee does, but that's a different type of thing, in my personal opinion. But like soda doesn't like wake me up. Rockstar energy drinks and like Red Bull and shit like that, they don't actually keep me up. I don't know why they don't do anything for me.
Like Monster does now, since I'm like 2 years away from it. Well, I broke down and had one today, but before today, I had been 2 years clean and sober from Monster energy drink.
And Monster's kind of bad. I know, like you're not the only person I know. I know a couple of people that's actually
Monster
legitimately
tastes
addicted.
Just dreadful.
No, not the taste. Just actually legitimately addicted to Monster. Like Monster can't like buying them by the cases and this type of thing.
Oh God! Like I told myself I would never buy them by the case, and I stuck to it. I guess.
Good job. But when I was on fire, like when I was working with firefighters, I knew a couple of people like that. It was kind of regular, and it was kind of weird. Because Monster doesn't do anything for me, but also it tastes like ass, man.
Oh, it like the first time I had it was at like an anime con when I was maybe 16 or so, and I drank it and said, "Wow, this is the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life." And one day I was really tired and said, "Okay, well, I guess I've already tried weed before. What else is there?"
Really?
So
I guess that's kind of like if you already smoke weed, going back to Monster ain't really that bad.
Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, the reverse should be true. Like, well, now that I've had Monster Energy drink, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of weed. Like, man, that's a step down, really.
I guess so. In my even though I smoke
healthier for you,
even though I smoke weed, like in my mind, it's like it's still the worser, like of the two. The word I don't know, worser is a word, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's because like I started smoking like once it looked like it's going to be legalized. So I was like, yeah, well, it's not so bad, but Monster Energy drink, I can feel my body trying to shut down, trying to digest that boy. So maybe I shouldn't.
Maybe.
Welcome to ShovelWare Video Game Podcast. Allegedly, I'm gonna keep saying that. That's gonna be the tagline. I'm gonna insist.
We're talking about Monster. We're talking about Monster, and that's video game-esque.
Oh yeah, that's because it's video game juice.
Yeah. But fuck Monster. Fuck whatever the hell we're just talking about right now. I'm looking at this video of Kingdom Hearts right now, and I'm starting to realize that this game, it's actually probably better to look at. Kingdom Hearts 3 is probably better to watch someone play than it actually is to play.
Really? Huh. I don't think I've ever seen anyone I don't think I've watched anyone play it.
I'm rewatching some of the gameplay I have that I recorded, and I'm just watching it. It's kind of beautiful, man. Just like the visual aspect of it. It's I'm in the gameplay. If you're watching this video, you understand. But for the sake of me explaining to Brandon, this is why I'm explaining it. It's San Francisco at nighttime, and it's just like a lot of colors happening here. And I'm like, yeah. And I have the ultimate weapon, so
that's why I probably have a lot of hours in the game, because I just spend so much time just wandering around going, oh shit, this looks real good. Is it because I'm an old man that's used to 3DS graphics? I don't know what good video games look like.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it probably is.
To be honest, it's kind of it still surprises me. Like, remember when we were younger, like the PlayStation 1 era, and then the PlayStation 2 came out. I was like,
we're like, wow, this looks so good.
Wow. And then the PlayStation 3 came out. I was like, what the fuck is happening? How can video games look any more realistic? And then PS4 came out. I was like, I don't understand. And now
and the cycle begins again. Like, okay, I know I said this with the PS1 and the PS2 and the PS3, but I think this is the best video games are gonna look.
Yeah, and then PS4 happens, and it's like, okay, but then PS4 happened, and it wasn't that big of a jump at first. At first, everything was just shinier. Do you remember?
I think with the PS4, it's just smoother. Like
now I can see the difference. Like now in where we are in the lifespan of these consoles, I can see it. But when it first happened, like it wasn't as apparent as it was for the PS1 to the PS2 or the PS2 to the PS3. It was obvious. Like, okay, this is a hardware difference here. This is a significant jump in graphics, whatever, like in terms of graphics, yeah. But PS3, everything just looks shinier, and it was more of stuff.
Like I was super not into the bloom effect that everything had. Like everything even super cartoony games had realistic grass
or water. Like, even though that was PS3, remember that game 3D Dot Hero? 3D Dot Game
Yes.
Hero? That game was really cool. And then, like, I kind of like the HD graphics that they did with that. But that water was weird, man. Like, it was way too bright. It was really, really, really bright. Do you remember that? Or maybe it's just me.
Yes, I remember, like, for some reason
It was
everyone
like
just kind of
glitter.
insisted on like everything like maybe it's just me getting old where I don't understand PS2 graphics. I say that and go to play a PS2 game and say, oh my god, how do we play games like this?
It's kind of hard to go back sometimes. It's
I
kind of
can't
hard. But to be honest,
fucking
we kind of grew up at the good times because the PS2 era of games is around the time that gameplay standards were being established. So we could there's certain games we can go back and legitimately have fun with. Like if you go back and play God of War 1, it's not God of War like the modern God of War at all, or even God of War 3, but it's still kind of fun in its own ways. Like, you can go back and play.
yeah, like Kingdom Hearts 2 is for most people except for me still the gold standard, or at least Kingdom Hearts 2 final mix is.
Yeah, I mean, I can go back. Kingdom Hearts 1 is kind of slow for me.
It's
Like,
it's a stretch in it, but
it's slow, but if I put in the patience to deal with like the slow mechanics and how everything move and everything, I can still enjoy Kingdom Hearts 1.
yeah, like I can have fun with that.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, Resident Evil 1, I don't know.
It's kind of the fucking polygon tits, and then like the camera angles, you can't control them, and then there's like
See,
clunky
you
mechanics.
know it's old because remember when like video game scores weren't like a sort of nebulous how did it feel, but like okay, so first I'm gonna give it an 8 for the camera angle because that's the thing you had to worry about, how good the camera was.
You still got to worry about today. Like, there's not that big of a problem as it used to be because I
Well,
do
like in the sense
remember.
of like you have to address it in every
Yeah,
single
yeah,
game.
I do remember that in every video game review. It's like, okay, and the camera just is shit in this game. Like, I do that has changed in the video game industry, which I didn't realize until just now. But you're right about that. But there's still games today that the camera just, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why am I actively fighting the camera? Is this a game mechanic? Are you trying to kill me, game? Or what the fuck is happening here? So Sekiro's like that. I swear to God, Sekiro's like that. If you get trapped in a corner, you can't see your character at all, or even see what the other character is doing. So you're just hoping to God that you're doing everything correct. You can't see shit.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say like the same thing with controls too. Now we just kind of assume the game will control okay, and at worst it will control kind of weird and be an exception to the rule of games feeling good to play.
You know what? I'm gonna say this because it's kind of a video game rule. If you're making a video game and you're making a first-person shooter, like specifically, if your shoot button isn't R2, you're just doing life wrong. That's a video game standard at this point.
It's fair. I mean, I'm an old man, so I just keep thinking that X is the correct button.
Brandon, you're younger than I am. You keep saying I'm an old man. You're literally younger than me by like 2 years.
Well, I'm not actually old. Like, I just don't.
You're not even 30.
Like,
I'm not even 30.
My taste in specifically video games tends to be like, oh, yeah, I'm old fucking Greg, and I still think it's the year 2008.
Well, stop it, because it's not. That was 10 years ago. That's kind of hard. That's weird to think about when you can say that was 10 years ago and you can remember that time finally.
I was in high school.
Yeah, but you can still remember it finally.
I can. I mean, it sucked, but I do remember. That was like fucking peak weeb times where my biggest concern is I don't know how to talk to girls, which is still true, but now I also have to worry about paying rent.
To be honest, you shouldn't have to, like, talking to women should be easier now because you pay rent. Like this.
Oh, now I don't want to look like a fucking weirdo.
Weirdo? What? That you have to pay rent? Oh no, you're so weird.
No, that I'm like fucking creeping on women. Which is I'm aware that is a like self anxiety thing.
No, that's just that SJW bullshit. That kind of
that's entirely like a straight just me. Like if I had to talk to a man too, I'd also go like, oh shit, am I being weird? Am I fucking pissing this guy off?
Okay, now I know
like,
what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I thought now yeah.
Like oh shit, should I DM this person that like we're obviously liking each other's tweets? Can I say that was a funny tweet. Oh, I don't know.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
say
like,
this. I mean, I'll say this. You won't know until you try. If you come off as a creep, then fuck it. There's literally billions of other people in the world that you can talk to. So
no, like I am entirely understanding. This is my own.
I think Discord cut out again.
Wow,
Okay.
Discord is still racist.
It's got to be because you're Mexican, man. It has to be because you're Mexican.
It's probably true.
Trump has taken over Discord, and he's building a wall in the actual Discord servers that you cannot communicate with Mexicans.
It's true. I mean, I'm not Mexican, but that's fair.
Shh. Damn it. They literally can't see your face.
Oh, shit, you're right. Well, I think I said I was black last time or something.
No.
They have a lot of black people in Mexico. Fun fact. People forget that a lot.
We're everywhere. The slave trade went all around the world.
That's true. You ever wonder if, like, African Americans are, like, the casuals of, like, Africans where, like, there's, like, the fucking, the version of MLK who had to jump on top of a fucking nuke in like Russia, because I literally have never heard of a Russian person in like Russia, or a black person in Russia.
They're black Russians.
Yeah, I know. I've never heard of it.
It's I will say this is definitely rare, but I've only my cousin is German. I know I've seen a black Russian before, but I can't remember where it was. But I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of intimidating. Like he was like, Russians are kind of, well, every Russian would, no, that's not true. With the exception of 2 Russians, every Russian I've met kind of has an intensity about him. And the black Russian dude, he was really buff. Like I think he was part of their military. He was really intense. And I can't remember where I saw him. It was some kind of TV show or something. But he was like,
I had a Russian coworker when I used to work at like in an accounting office, and she would always have like the most wild stories, because she was just there in Soviet Russia. She's like, yeah, you guys in America care about like really superficial stuff, like having fancy pants. And that was a weirdly specific one where like something had to have gone down when she was a child to like for pants to be the thing that like, yeah, back in Russia, we didn't have money for fancy pants.
I mean, well, Russia's economy is not as strong as ours, which is kind of weird to say, but that's true. But also, she's kind of right about that, because I know a couple, well, fuck it, when I was a teenager, I cared about what pants I had. Like, I cared about specifically the price of my pants, which is stupid, which is really, really fucking stupid. But she
was talking about, like, denim as a concept.
Yeah, but that I kind of agree with. Like, we as Americans, period. Lately, as I've been getting older and I've been exploring more of the world, I've been trying my best to try to understand how the outside world sees us. So, like, for example, if you were to have a conversation with someone from England right now, it would like you're just talking to like a normal person with an English accent. That's kind of right. But like for an English person looking at us, they wouldn't see like a normal. They would see like a foreigner. Like we don't necessarily like we know that the English are foreigners, but we don't necessarily see them as foreigners. They're like us, just with a different accent. They don't see us as the same as them. And like for the same thing for like black Africans, like or well for Africans that are like Africans look at us like us as black people, and they recognize us as black people, but they don't see us as like akin to them.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird. Like when I first heard that, I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. But when I really think about it, like, well, it makes sense because like my ancestors
like,
haven't been there for like 300 years.
Yeah, because like the idea of blackness for Americans isn't really based on culture. It's about they treat us all like shit. So I guess we are on the same team.
Yeah, while in Africa it was like, well,
where the fuck were you for the last 500 years? No.
Well, not even just that. It was just like, okay, there's different type of blackness. Like, okay, the Rwanda genocide, that was literally black on black genocide. So, like, the color of your skin matters less and more or less just matter what tribe you're part of.
Yeah, like what your ethnicity is. But, for us, it's just like, okay, we have a ethnicity. It is the black one, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of took all of our individual, like, cultures away from, like, us. So, like, we all kind of created one black American culture.
There's a dude I follow on Twitter who's like, man, y'all African Americans. And the thing I said
wait, hold on. Say y'all African Americans what?
are kind of casual, and my response was, I would like to see like someone who
What do
is
you mean by
also black.
casual? Like, what do you mean by casuals?
I don't. I'm not 100% sure. Like the struggle is, I guess, a bit harder because we just have way more numbers than in other countries. I'm guessing. And a lot of spotlight for international stuff kind of is on like
America.
Americans.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So when
we're
you say
just the
like a
loudest
black
country
guy,
though.
yeah, like so when you say like a black guy, you may not think of like, African. You might think of like Will Smith, even in like China or something. And my thought, and this is going square in the fucking jokey joke zone. I would like to see a black person that like is not an American make like a tiers list for other black people, and I would think that I would laugh at that all day.
I've kind of seen that actually. Damn, what was it? It's this YouTube channel. I forget the name of the channel, but it's this YouTube channel I watch, and they talk and in this specific channel, they compare one country to another country. Like, what if Spain and like Germany went to war? How would that go out? And then they'll explain like the different like economies and like the different military strengths and shit like that. And on one video they was talking about African countries, and they specifically had a black guy do this episode. And in the episode, he was just talking about African countries versus another African country. And when I remember looking at that, I'm like, this is kind of like a top 10 list right here.
A top 10 list of black ethnicities.
It wasn't a top 10 list, but like just the flow of it. I'm like, this is kind of just a top 10 list of black people. Our black cultures, yeah.
I was definitely thinking of that dude Tierzu that like talks about like animals and biology in like terms of like a video game. Like, oh, I think geese are OP, but like for black people, with like the fucking Smash music playing in the background. Like, well, the African Americans had MLK, but
Ugandans had, who did the Ugandans have?
Like Ugandans had like an entire genocide, and they seem to be doing pretty well and are thriving.
Never mind, not Ugandans. Let me go with
I don't know if that's true. I don't know anything about Africa. Sorry.
Africa is a continent, so it's a lot of different parts. Egypt,
yeah, exactly.
You know, Egypt.
I mean, I know the country. I said Africa was a fucking country.
Nelson Mandela.
Wow.
What country was Nelson Mandela president of?
I think he's South African.
Yeah, okay, that's correct. Just had to make sure you listen to that one, though.
I want a fighting game, right? And every character is like just a black person. And not because of SJW reasons, but I like the idea of crossing over stuff that has a very, at best, loose relationship to each other, like the Super Robot War games.
The fuck is that? The Super Robot War games?
Oh, yeah. So Super Robot Wars is like a game franchise where they cross over, like, basically every single mech anime, like, ever. So, you'll have Gundams and Gurren Lagann and the ship from Outlaw Star because it has little arms on it, I guess.
Oh, that's so stupid. But
yeah, it's stupid. I want to see that for, like, other stuff.
I mean, that's kind of a cool concept. I hate robots, but I kind of, for the people who do like robots and like giant mechs.
Oh, I don't give a shit about robots. I just like the
concept.
Idea.
Yeah, the concept of just a mashup.
What if Steve Urkel, right, and Will Smith, who's just Will Smith, and Agent K, who is also played by Will Smith, were like on the same like RPG video game.
See, that's not fair. They can't be like Will Smith and Agent Smith because like that's just the same guy. So it'd be how about this?
They're being treated as like different characters, kind of like in fighting games where it's like young Goku.
I mean, yeah, but that's cheating. Let's get out of here. Like like there's people within the fighting game like RK. People who play Fighter Z, I'm like, okay, there's just a Goku clone. They don't want that, so no clones in this game.
No, it's not going to be a clone. It's going to be a whole different character.
It's a clone. Alike. It's a clone. They always do. Oh, their moves be slightly different.
Bobby, if I made a fighting game where Steve Urkel and Will Smith.
Hold on. Let me finish what I was saying. I'm not trying to get stuck on the fact that I'm just like, that's just kind of cheating. That's all I'm getting at. But what I'm also want to say is, okay, in this concept of all black video game cast and they're based off of influential people, why they all gotta be actors? Because you said Will Smith, and then Steve Urkel was like, okay, Steve Urkel, cool, and then we got Barack Obama. All right, there's another
Oh yeah,
one,
we gotta
and
have him in
then
there.
we gotta have what is that? The guy who started the French Revolution.
Oh, we
The
gotta
free,
have
the
him
free,
in
yeah,
there too.
gotta have him in there.
Oh, we gotta
And
have Slash in there as well.
slash, just because why the fuck not? And then just to throw a bone in everyone's fucking soup, Jesus Christ. Just to
Oh
piss,
shit,
just to
Jesus.
Black Jesus, just have Black Jesus in there, but don't call him Black Jesus, just call him Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, will his model be based on like the Black Jesus show that was pretty funny that I don't think anyone ever watched?
It actually, you know what? I didn't really watch it, but I remember watching a couple episodes. That show was actually legitimately funny.
I think Piccolo should be in there too.
Nah, Piccolo is not black.
No, okay.
To be honest, I'm like I hate.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to fight anyone on that one.
No, to be honest, here's the thing. I know the running joke is like Piccolo's dickless, and Piccolo is like the black character of the Dragon Ball Z universe. And here we are yet again talking about. You know what's some bullshit? This is some look like I'm side tangent. Episode 4 would have been the very first episode we would have recorded that we didn't talk about Dragon Ball Z. And
God,
it would have been, but I didn't fucking record it. And now I'm actually recording, and we're talking about Dragon Ball Z. I think it's fucking destiny,
well, just
bro.
imagine I didn't say Piccolo, and instead I said.
It's already too late. The floodgate has been open. Like once you mention Dragon Ball,
no.
it's that this. I think is actually impossible. I think this might be a shovelware tradition now at this point.
Oh shit. Okay, well in that case, Lychee from Pokemon.
No, it's fuck. I'm sticking with Piccolo because I had a point to prove or a point to make or
Okay.
thing I want to say a statement that I want to make. I hate the fact that like they always make the reference that Piccolo is the black guy of the Dragon Ball Z universe. Like I just don't like it. Like okay, Team 4-Star. They always run with that joke. It's just like Piccolo's. Yeah, it's just like they always just run with the joke that like Piccolo's kind of like the black guy. Okay, if you don't. They reference it.
Oh shit, you're right. They do.
Yeah,
I
but
totally forgot.
yeah, but think about like the Broly movie. At the end of the Broly movie, it ends with a black joke with Piccolo. It's like, so no one said Namekians, and I feel like that's kind of racist. Like there was just like I get it, that's kind of a black thing, whatever. Like why no one else mentioned whatever, blah blah blah. That doesn't matter. Maybe that's just my interpretation of it. Maybe I'm just being a sensitive guy.
No, I get you because part of me also like I'm not like particularly hurt over it, but like okay, given that now that with oh god, talking about Dragon Ball Z. Okay, well, given that we have other Saiyans that aren't really buff, there's no reason why we couldn't have like a dark skinned Saiyan. So there's no reason why Piccolo is the black guy in a world that probably has other black guys that are non-humans.
I mean, Oob is probably, but Oob is not canon.
Like Oob, I thought it was like Middle Eastern, but
he's Middle. But I mean, in terms of like dark skinned, he's like legitimately a dark skinned Dragon Ball Z character. But yeah, he's like Middle Eastern is whatever. Excuse me.
So I definitely thought Obama should be a range character that shoots bald eagles.
He should definitely be a range character. I agree with you on that, but not bald eagles because that's too obvious. He should.
Well, he's the president.
Let me finish. He should like. I get it. That's too obvious. That's what I mean by too obvious. He's the president of the United States. Our mascot is the bald eagle. So instead of, he should be a range character. He should instead of shooting bald eagles, he should shoot out drones.
Oh shit, you're right.
Bald eagles.
Oh shit. Oh damn. I was gonna go with like okay, well maybe light attack and drones are his heavy attack.
Actually, no, drones should be his light attack, and Hillary Clinton should be his heavy attack.
Yeah, that's good too.
Actually, no, Hillary Clinton lost. Hillary Clinton should be his in Brawl,
like
when in
he
Brawl,
loses.
No,
in the background.
No, in Brawl they had the slipping mechanic.
Yeah,
Hillary should be Obama's slipping mechanic. Just out of nowhere, Hillary shows up. Like when you're trying to throw like a high kick, the Hillary just shows up and like fucks up the high kick somehow.
I like it if like when you lose as Obama, like the characters look sad in the background, so it's Hillary patting Obama on the back.
Yeah, I like that one.
Should have the guy from Get Out in his horse form. Or I'm sorry, not Get Out. Sorry to bother you.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
Oh shit, dude, that game. That movie's super good, especially if you live in Oakland.
I know that movie takes place in Oakland because he like rides the BART to work, right?
Yeah, like you can literally like spot parts that you've actually just been hanging out in Oakland in that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't really care, but that's kind of cool. There's a couple of movies that just take place in Oakland, so that whole like nostalgia, oh shit, that's in my whole town thing kind of wore off because
I think it hit me for that movie specifically because
you seen Fruitvale Station.
there I actually didn't see it because I worked at a movie theater in Oakland at the time. So like for
Yeah,
6 months before that movie came out, we were getting phone calls every fucking day. So I just didn't want to see the movie when it actually came out.
understandable. Yeah, but that movie, that's kind of when it hit me on that. And then what's that movie Moneyball? That was another one because that was about the Oakland A's.
Blind Spotting, I think.
I didn't see that movie.
Oh yeah, it's another good one. That is also equally as political, funny. Although I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Dude, I'm tired as fuck nuts. All right. We got almost about an hour, if it's not an hour.
We did? Oh, shit. Okay, well, this is going to be a short one because we already fucked up trying to live stream it. Fucked up again trying to...
Oh, man, it's just like we can't have a solid episode. Like, just a perfect... That's not true. Not the last episode, but the episode before last, that was a really good episode.
Maybe next week's will be a little long.
Maybe. But...
That's good, because I'm gonna keep coming back to the competitive black people fighting game or tactics game or something.
No, Brandon, let's drop that subject. This is not a running joke. This is not a running joke.
Bobby, I've been thinking about this for ages, and you know I have. You can probably text with me mentioning it.
This is probably my first time remembering, or this is the first time I actually like heard you say it. This concept is new to me.
Oh yeah, this started when I listened to this podcast where they pitched like a TGIF fighting game, and I just ran with it from there when they tried to pitch Steve Urkel as a character, and I said, "Wow."
Oh, you talking about TGIF, like the program? I thought you meant like the fast food restaurant. I'm like,
no, like the with like home improvement.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right.
Family Matters and whatnot.
Yeah, like it's competitive fighting game with Family Matters.
Thank you for listening to the ShovelWare Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. B.R. Jones. To that direction, this is my right, left. To your left, my right. That's Sid. Sid, say words, please.
Yeah. So I have been your co-host at Agas. You can find me at Twitter at the same handles. Go check me out if you enjoy weeaboo shit or also horror stuff, because somehow I'm going to find a way to make those two things fit together. No luck yet. We're getting there.
I mean, is it that hard to find weeb horror shit?
That
seems like a very obvious combination.
It's a little hard to make them fit together because I think they don't collectively like blend very well.
That seems like a very obvious thing to go together. Like you can't find creepy weeb stuff. Like that's basically Persona.
Like I'm definitely running with the idea of I don't think anyone else has like had the idea of like the Night Vale Anime Club before, and I feel very good about it.
But
also the show is called Manga Macabre, which is a very good name, and I'm happy I thought of. That's alliteration.
Of what? That's too. That what's so good about that? That's too weeby for me. That went right over my head.
I like that name because it has alliteration. Taken it for anything else yet?
I'd say that again. You Discord messed up again.
Oh, I like that name because it has alliteration. Yeah.
Discord does not want you to say what you want to say.
Wow, Discord is oppressing me.
Yes.
Can you believe that?
It's because you're white.
It apparently is. Wow, Discord is being one of those hashtag problematic people saying just because I don't shuck and or jive that I am not black. Can you believe that?
How dare you be a fucking heterosexual white male? You cisgender fuck.
How dare I? Well, anyway, I'm gonna go. I feel like I've said my piece. So I'm gonna go privilege it up over here.
Yeah, get out of here. Go take some Indian land.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go harass the police and not get in trouble.
This is definitely an offensive ass podcast. So if you're white,
I think it's okay if we're making fun of white people.
Yeah, if you're white and
okay
if you're white and you're listening to this, I don't believe that racist bullshit. Black people can be racist towards whites. But I have been your host, Mr. Beer. I'm fucking tired of shit, bro. I'm hella tired right now. I can't believe I'm this tired. I have been your host, Mr. B.R. Jones. This, Sid has been your co-host. This is ShovelWare Podcast. If you want to see more of us, check out the Twitter. My Twitter handle is up there. His Twitter handle is over there. We'll also be in the link down below. We have a Facebook account now. Excuse me. We have a Facebook account now. Still a work in progress. It's going to tweak some things out. But if you want to join that, that's in the link down below. Discord as well. It's still work in progress. Think about changing the name. Good shit's not really working. I don't know why I picked good shit. Brandon, what do you think I should change it to? ShovelWare Podcast, the Discord channel?
Probably, but I'm not sure.
ShovelWare
I don't think
Discord.
the viewers are that interested in hearing about the logistics.
That's true. All right. So, yes, thank you for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you made it this far. Appreciate it. Hit that share button, that notification bell to be notified whenever we will, I or us together upload something to the channel. I practiced this and it's better than last week. I say that much, but I could do better on this. Yeah, and that's
All
it.
right.
So
It's been a show. Beat it. Get out of here.
Listen to my slave in my basement. Beat it. Get out of here. As I'm about to go down to the basement and beat him because my cookies still aren't done yet.
Oh shit, I forgot about the cookies. Oh god, end the podcast.
Fucking asshole. Thank you for listening. Have a good night. Or morning, wherever the fuck you're listening to this. Evening. Look at my background. You like my background? This shit is nice, ain't
What?
it? It took me all of 2 hours to make that, and I made it from scratch. I'm really proud of myself. I'm not a editor. Okay, you know what?
Where?
Brandon, you've already seen the background. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the audience.
Oh, I thought we already ended the podcast.
No, I haven't edited it yet. I'm in it right now. Peace.